On the TV screen, a message appears with the smoke steam trail left by the flying pizza. Pizza Life, the pizza that will save the world. 211. Interior. Pentagon Office. Day. The Vice President. On the telephone. In these circumstances, this interruption of live footage is tantamount to high treason. The TV channel director. Mr. Vice President, this is a private channel, and this commercial was ordered by Mr. Mike Reeves months ago. And only now did he ask us to broadcast it. The Vice President. I order you to re-establish live footage immediately and ask your people to broadcast world news simultaneously. This is a new demand from the terrorists. 212. Interior. Conference room. At the same time, in front of the TV screen, Zen Tatsu is waiting for the commercial to end. Zen Tatsu. Turning back. Mike, we'll take care of you later. Mike. Almost talking to himself. The most important thing is to be where things happen. TV screen. While live images from the conference room continue to be shown, world reactions to the hostage-taking are also broadcast on a corner of the screen. 213. Exterior. An Arab city. Day. TV screen. In an Arab capital city, jubilant crowds are celebrating the event. An anchorman. The world is stunned by this event. But after the first surprise, people are beginning to react. In several Arab countries, crowds are celebrating. Not so much because they approve the logic behind the children's action as because they finally got rid of their tyrannical rulers. Arab youth are shouting over and over the same slogan. A group of young Arab men, pushing to get closer to the camera. Please do keep them there. Please do keep them there. 214. Exterior. The capital city of a South American country. City center. Day. TV screen. The TV broadcasts images from a South American capital city. A general is facing the camera. The anchorman. In South America, the children's coup doesn't seem to be of any use as it seems that adults only are reaping its benefits. The general. In the name of our nation, of the oppressed and downtrodden, we take the power and promise prosperity, progress and social justice to our people, and to our children. 215. Exterior. An African village. Day. TV screen. An African crowd of adults and children are besieging an official building, which seems to be housing a political administration. They're all chanting and dancing. The anchorman. In Africa, women, men, and children are chanting, giving full vent to their anger and frustration. The crowd. Chanting. They stole our land. They raped our mothers. May they roast in hell. Till the end of time. 216. Interior. Conference room. Day. Sarah. To the children. Now you can see that those who benefit from this operation are not children, but adults. We're keeping these leaders here, but other adults are taking over. Thus continuing the same tyranny over children. Amoa. To Zentatsu. Maybe children are not mature enough to take power. Maybe the time hasn't come yet. Maybe it's too early. Zentatsu. Or maybe too late. Maybe enduring tyranny ended up addling their brains. 217. Interior. Ventilation shaft. Day. Inside the ventilation shaft, the sniper is crawling with difficulty to the first air grill. Now he can see part of the conference room, but can't quite pick out the children, and especially the one who has the gun. He decides to change direction. 218. Interior. Pentagon Office. Day. Live coverage of events in the conference room continues to be followed with attention in the Pentagon. The CIA director. To the Vice President. We can already put through to their parents. We managed to have them on the phone. The Vice President. Do it. What are you waiting for? 219. Interior. Conference room. Day. On the TV screen, appears a tearful woman in her 40s. Irma's mother. Irma, they tell me you can see me. I want you to know that I left that man. I want you to come back home. My little princess. In the conference room, Irma, suddenly brought out of her torpor, scrambles to the TV screen. Irma. Numb. Papito holds her hand. Papito. Irma, come on. Irma. To Papito. Take me to my mom. Papito. Who seems to understand what she has told him. We'll be leaving soon. I promise. Zentatsu watches them disapprovingly. But already the parent of another child appears on the TV screen, Nadia's mother. If you're watching me, if you're listening to me, Nadia, I want to tell you that I know you're mad at me and at the whole world. It wasn't an easy decision for me to take. Do you think any mother would like to see that happen to her daughter? But I had no choice. It was either that or continuing hunger for your little brothers. Forgive please, Nadia. You have no excuse. None whatsoever. I hope you'll rot in hell. Now, an elderly man appears on the TV screen and talks to yet another child. Bharata. Zentatsu. I have made a promise to your father on his deathbed that I would make of you the greatest hypnotist in India. Maybe I was too hard on you. But, men in our families have always been brought up the hard way, and that's the only way I know. While his uncle is speaking, Zentatsu is growing violently agitated. He seems to have an apoplectic fit. His body arches, then he suddenly stands to his feet, grabs violently men's hand holding the gun, aims at the TV and, pressing on his friend's fingers, fires at it while most of the heads of states and governments duck down or throw themselves on the ground. Amoa. In a broken voice. Now, we have no way of knowing what's happening in the world. We won't be sure that our message gets through either. Zentatsu will fight to the bitter end. No matter the price to pay. Nadia. Hysterically. Yes. To the bitter end. 220. Interior. Pentagon office. Day. The Vice President, talking on the telephone to the President. Mr. President, are you all right? 221. Interior. Conference room. Day. President Moore. On the telephone. Yes, yes. I'm fine, I'm fine. 222. Interior. Pentagon office. Day. The Vice President, talking on the telephone to the President. Mr. President, I need to have your approval to give orders to our sniper in the ventilation shaft to take the appropriate action from the air grill. 223. Interior. Conference room. Day. President Moore. Don't do anything as long as there's a chance to reason them. But be ready. 224. Interior. Hotel lobby. Day. 2 Army engineers are finishing to put explosives on both sides of the conference room reinforced door. A captain. On the telephone. Sir, whenever you want. 225. Interior. Conference room. Day. President Moore. To his daughter. Listen to me, Sarah. Our anti-terrorist squad is about to storm the conference room. But before that, I want you to reason your friends. This is their last chance. Sarah. Tearful. All right, Dad. I hope you will forgive me. It's true that I am outraged by the way children are treated in the world, but I never thought this operation would degenerate into violent action. President Moore, patting on his daughter's head. We'll talk about this later. Sarah goes to Zentatsu. I think there's nothing really we can do. This is premature. The world will not belong to children yet. One day maybe. But now, nothing is happening. Children are not rising up. Do they need more time? Have they been brainwashed by adults into eternal submission? Will we manage to free children from adults' tyranny, or our action will only serve to replace one dictatorship of adults with another? We haven't seen any uprising by children. I think we should stop this now. Zen Tatsu. Looking at her scornfully. No one will stop anything. Sarah. You obviously don't want to listen. And she heads to the reinforced door. But Mend aims his gun at her. Papito. Are you crazy? Do you want us to start killing each other? But the US president leaps to his feet, shielding his daughter with his body. President Moore. You have to kill me first. 226. Interior. Pentagon office. At the same moment, the vice president, shouting on the telephone, launch Operation Tsunami. Immediately, the president's life is in danger. 227. Interior. Hotel lobby. Day. The captain. On the telephone. Yes, Mr. Vice President. Immediately. And he starts shouting orders to the explosives team. The captain. We're starting the countdown. Only 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 228. Interior. Conference room. Day. Mendy is aiming his gun at the US president. A shot is fired. The US president looks surprised. Sarah. Holding her father from his shoulders. Daddy. No. Mendy's face is wearing an enigmatic smile, which seems to last an eternity amid the surrounding panic and confusion. Then he falls flat on his back and all eyes look at the ceiling, where the sniper can now be seen with his gun at an air grill. Taking advantage of the general's surprise, Nadia, like one possessed, seizes the gun that has fallen on the floor. Nadia. You devils. And she starts shooting, first at the ceiling, then at all directions. 229. Interior. Air grill. Day. The sniper is wounded on his shoulder. He looks to. 230. Interior. Conference room. Day. Nadia shooting several presidents, her face distorted with fury. After a moment of hesitation, Sarah leaves her father and runs to open the reinforced door. 231. Interior. On the other side of the reinforced door. At the same moment, on the other side of the door, a soldier is ready to activate the detonator. The captain. 1, 0. 232. Interior. Conference room. Day. Sarah has almost reached the door. But just when she thinks she's there, she is blown away by the blast of the explosion. Her hair is flying in all directions. Her little body is hanging in the air, then falls down, while all the part of the conference room close to the door is destroyed. Concrete blocks, a part of the ceiling, metal parts from the door fly in the air before falling heavily in a deluge of fire. Oblivious of danger, the US president runs to the rescue of his daughter. President Moore. Sarah. She opens her mouth, as if trying to say one last word, but no sound comes out of her throat.